I'm David Lowe, and welcome to today's Seek Excellence. Kind of a casual conversation about the principles that drive excellence in our life and how we can really use those principles on a daily basis to become better today than we were yesterday, right? And that isn't that all our goal, to be so effective or more of a benefit to those around us. Today we're talking about feel, felt, found. Listen to this: feel, felt, found. Now, this is not just for salespeople. This is for all of us all the time. Communication is key to all relationships. Don't believe me? Just stop talking to your husband or wife and see what happens. Stop talking to your kids, right? Communication is key, and we struggle with it. We all do. We move too fast. I know that's my problem. Move too fast. Assume the other people understand what you're trying to say, right? And become frustrated when it doesn't work out. I'm working on that in my life. I hope you're working on that in your life. And listen, this feel, felt, found is what we call a turnaround. Some way to help you let people know that you understand where they're coming from. In fact, you've been where they are. And this is a technique that you can help them see possibly an alternative view of things. So let me walk you through it. And I'm going to use something that now, talking to everybody out there right now, not salespeople, just not dealership people, just everybody. But I'm going to use the example of leasing, car leasing, because this is an example where we have some pretty strong feelings, right, and emotions. Many of us didn't have the information we need to really know if leasing was a good idea or not a good idea. And since we don't have the information, if we don't know enough, we're going to fear it and we're going to stay away from it, and we'll make saying like, it's not for me, whatever. When the truth is, I'm not really sure I fully understand it. Wouldn't that be nice to hear from people once in a while, whether it be about global warming, whether it be about politics, whether it be about anything? Wouldn't it be nice for people, instead of their emotional response, you know what, I'm not sure I have all the information I need to really make an informed decision, right? That doesn't normally happen, but that's who we want to be. People of excellence are seeking to know more, aren't we? We want to understand more than to be understood. We want to understand, right? And sometimes when we're talking with somebody and we do want to get our point across, it starts with seeking to understand. We have to listen well, right? And if we listen well, we can always let people know that we're listening by saying, I know exactly how you feel. That's the feel, felt, found. I know how you feel, man. I get it. In fact, I've felt the same way. I've been there. I've been through that. I've gone through this, right? This is critical, whether you're dealing with your kids, or your family, your coworkers, or outsiders. I don't think anybody wants to listen to what you found or your opinion until they really think that you've heard, they know how you feel, that you know how they feel, and that you can relate. So feel, felt, found is a technique that fits the principle of seeking first to understand, then to be understood, right? It's a way to communicate, it's a technique to communicate inside that principle. I know exactly how you feel. As a matter of fact, I felt the same way before I started working here. And here's what I found out about leasing that I didn't know, right? That's called a turnaround. You can do that for so many things in your personal life. So today, Seek Excellence, I just want to introduce you. If you've never heard about the feel, felt, found, by the way, it's hundreds of years old, maybe thousands of years old, in various tools. I used to like listening to Jax do it in Sons of Anarchy when he was fighting. I know it was a horrible show, but it was a great show, but very violent. And whenever he was trying to reconcile with rival gang, he always said, I get it, right? He always started with, I know how you feel. Why? I felt the same way. He always started with it before he offered a resolution. I always loved that about in that show. But this is so applicable to our daily lives. I want you, when you're done with this video, to think about it. Where could you have communicated better? Where would feel, felt, and found helped you communicate with someone in your life better? Is there a chance if we slow down, listen better, ask better questions before we try to get our point across, we would have better luck. And even if we don't agree, maybe mutual respect. We're not going to agree no matter how much we talk about things, right? And no matter who's right or wrong. And sometimes, right, that's gray. But there is sometimes right or wrong, and you believe strongly, but you may not come to that agreement today, and that's okay. The Feel, Felt, Found will help you at least communicate your thinking in a way that your buyer can respect. Maybe not agree with, but can respect. Isn't that what this is important, is that we value each other and that we're able to listen to each other and we're able to communicate our differences with respect, right? At least that gives us a chance to open somebody's heart and mind to what we're saying. Okay, today's Seek Excellence, using Feel, Felt, and Found, an age-old technique that communicate the principle. To have influence with you, I have to be influenced with you, by you. I want to seek first to understand before I want you to understand me. Seek excellence today. Have a great week.